Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you the different options that hide in the tools and settings of Google Ads like planning, shade library, bulk actions, measurement, setup and billing. So I'll go through each and every option present over here and how we can use exactly and where we can use those things exactly. So now let's get started. Yeah. So if you can see here under tools and settings, you'll find out few options. Okay, so in the tools and settings, we have seen how to use a shade library, how to use a measurement like conversions and all. And we have seen how to link up any accounts like a Google Ads account or Google Merchant Center accounts and all. Okay, right. So now let me show you each and every important option present over here. So first of all, let us get into this business data under setup. Okay. So what is this business data? If I click this plus icon, it shows you three items like add customizer data, page feed and all. What is this customizer data? Now let's say I have a question for you. Let's say I am going to target my locations like a Hyderabad, okay, and Delhi and Bangalore. How many campaigns I have to create now if I want to reach out at three locations, Hyderabad, Delhi, and Bangalore? Could you please tell me? Sure. In one campaign, can I target three locations at a time?
Yes.
Yes, we can do. Right. Now, what happens here? Under that campaign, I have choose three locations. Now, what happens under that same campaign? I will be creating a different ad groups. Got it? So now, what happens here? Let's say when someone searches for digital marketing course, I want to show them the headline which consists of digital marketing course only. When someone searches for digital marketing training, I want to show them the the headline which consists of digital marketing training. So is that possible for me? Now, let's say a person who lives in Delhi, when he searches for digital marketing course, can I show him exactly the digital marketing course text present in the headlines? Is that possible for me? Yes. So let's say I have chosen three locations and I'll be having a few ad groups. Under that ad groups, I'll be creating the so many ads, like up to 50 ads I can create. So is it possible for you to show the exact course means course, training means training? So can we do that? Can we do that? Yes, yes. Yeah.
By
Tell me.
exact match phrase.
Okay, so that is a keyword again. So I'm asking, my question is that, so we will be having some three headlines, right? So in the three headlines, we are trying to put some text. So in the headline, one, I will be using digital marketing course. When someone searches for digital marketing course, can I show the exact digital marketing course? So could
When
you
we
guarantee that Google will show you only that Google, digital marketing course thing?
no,
Can we
Chitra.
guarantee? No, right?
Yeah,
So that is what to customize the data. So it is now at the time, what you have to do, you can just get into the one more campaign and you can target at the particular location and you can just choose the this ad group, right? Digital marketing. In such a way, let us say that you're gonna have a 10 locations. So at the time, creating the campaigns and creating the ad groups and ads for all 10 locations would be like a difficult for you. So that's the reason at the time I'll be using this ad customizer data. I'll just show you now one Excel sheet. So here, add customizer data. So select from your computer. So first of all, we should have the data. So what you want to customize in the Google Ads. So if you can see here, there are a few things I just listed out here. Headline 1, headline 2, location matched it. So big data course, big data training, big data course training, and my locations are Hyderabad, Delhi, and Bangalore. So now my question is that, so when someone searches for big data course from Hyderabad, so I will be showing the exact big data course. When someone searches for big data training from Hyderabad, I'll be showing the big data training. Can you see now? Yes
Yes.
or no? So this is why it is very useful. Now again, so now when someone searches for big data course in Delhi, I'll be showing this headline. When someone searches for big data course in Bangalore, I'll be showing this headline. Again, so now if you can see, a person who searches from Hyderabad for a query called big data course. So I will be showing my headline like a 9th September. Let us say that you have a multiple locations, like you have an institute located in multiple locations, like Delhi, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. So at that time you will be having a different new batches, and you may not start the same batch at the same time. So at the time, let's say in Bangalore, I'm going to start on particular day like 20th September, and Delhi, I'm going to start a new batch like September 19th and all. So at that time, so is it good to show my ad when someone searches for any location showing the same batch timings and same batch date? So now let's say Vinay and then Fani and Mansa. Three people are from Hyderabad, Delhi, and Bangalore. So now my intention is that when someone searches from Bangalore, so I want to show them that 28th September. Why? Because I am going to start a new batch at 20th September. Got it. So now what happens? So if a Funny from Delhi, if he searches for a big data course, so can I show the same, like, can I show the different headline? Is that possible when I go with a normal creation of campaigns? Tell me. So in the normal creation of campaigns, I'll be having few ad groups and I'll be having a few ads. That's it. So now in that, I can't guarantee what exactly Google will show to my audience, whoever searches from different locations. I can't guarantee. So that's the reason here. When someone searches for some Hyderabad, and if they searches with a keyword called big data course, I'll be showing this headline 1 and headline 2. And if someone searches from Hyderabad and my with a query called big data training, I'll be showing this training on 9th September. And then Delhi, big data course, 12th September and big data course. And from Delhi, 12th September, big data training. And from Bangalore, 20th September, big data course and big data training, 20th September. So yes, of course, you can have the headlines and headlines too, but not in a multiple locations, but not in one campaign. At the time, you have to create a different campaigns and different ad groups. So this helps you to save your time. So this is what called automation. Okay. So that's the reason we use this ad customizer data. So you just need to select this file. That's it. Okay. So first of all, prepare the data, what exactly you want. Okay. And then you can just name your data. Mm, okay. And then select from computer file. You can just choose the file and apply it. And then click on apply. Then next. So again, we do have a one more thing like a page feed. So that is also same like a automation only. Now what I can do with this page feed? Now let's say dynamic search ads. Tell me what is mean by dynamic search ads? Dynamic search ads.
Google automatically creates headlines and description.
Oh, very good. So now what happens? Google automatically creates your headlines. So on what basis Google is creating the headlines? Tell me.
Yeah,
Based
website,
on what? How Google is exactly knowing what I am trying to look out, what I
The
am trying to
website.
expect.
website
Sorry?
page, website data.
With
Websites.
a website, right? So while creating the ad itself, it will ask me the website address. So according to that website address, it will review the complete web page and it will show up some headlines. So here also I can define what exactly I want to show in my headlines. That is what in the page feed you can give. So now let's say in my website, I have a multiple pages, I have a multiple posts, I have a multiple tags and feeds, blah blah blah. So everything it will track, everything it will review, and finally it will give some headlines. So it may not appropriate for some users, yes or no? could you guarantee that the dynamic search ads created by Google will be relevant for the users or for the audience? Tell me.
No, Chitra.
No, right? So at the time here you can specify that yes, you can review my URL in this website. You can review in the specific URL in this way. So that after reviewing this specific URLs, you can just have this data. Okay. So let me just show you how to do that. You can just download the template. So an example template which shows you. So this is, then open it. Okay. If you can see here I can enter the page URL and it is a custom template, custom label. That means what is the page URL about. Now let's say I have a few URLs in my website. I'll be just putting that URL. That means, so I'm telling to Google that, hey, you have to review only these URLs, and by reviewing these URLs, you can find out few appropriate headlines for my ad. Okay. So let me say that I'm going to give a few URLs. Next. Then here also you can enter URLs. So it's up to you how many URLs you want to enter. You can just enter so that Google will review that URLs and it will generate a headlines. Next. Okay, so then give a label for this URL. So it is all about SEO. So it is all about Google certification. So that I'm making Google to understand what exactly this URL all about. Okay, so this data, please delete it. No need to have this. Okay, so now did you understand? I'm telling to Google that yes, you have to review these URLs. So when it is a dynamic search search, you have to review these URLs, and the custom label of these URLs is this SEO, Google certification, and Google Ads. So please save this file and upload this file here. Save that file and upload it here. Okay, so this is what you can do with this business data. So you might have known now. So it is all about automation. So exactly reaching out for that customer. So I don't want to waste my time or I don't want to, have a lot of budget by showing to the wide audience, by showing irrelevant ad to the irrelevant users. No. So you will be like showing the exact one to the exact audience. That's it. The next. Then policy manager, see this in the policy manager. So it will show you if you have any ads got disapproved, if your ads got any errors, it just show you here. And access and security. If you want to give access to any other person for your Google Ads account, you can just give access. So click on this plus icon and then add. So we already know how to give access to anyone. And this access also, there are different levels. Like we can give access to read only emails. We can give access to admin. We can give access to editor. So many ways you can give. And Next thing is that linked account. So here you can link your Google Analytics, you can link your Google Merchant Center. So it is just all about linking and third-party websites. So you can link up YouTube, you can link up Merchant Center account, you can link up Search Console. So it is all about linking. So the next option is preferences. So here you can just give the details of your ad account. So what is the language? So actually we will be having a Google Ads ID, right? So that is what Google customer ID. So for this account, Google customer ID is 33744666067. Now what happens here? If you have 100 clients, so would you like to remember? So is that possible for you to remember the Google customer ID? Tell me. Google customer ID of each and every client. No, it's not at all possible for us. That's the reason we can name our Google Ads account. So this is how we can name our Google Ads account. Okay. So as of now, our Google Ads account name is ODMT Ads account. In such a way, you can name your ads account with any name. Now, let's say I have a 10 clients. One of my client is beauty, real estate, and then, telecoming. I can just name the ads account. Okay, so if you want, you can give this some contact information as well. Then next, Google Merchant Center account. So we already know this Google Merchant Center account. So when I click this, it will be redirected to the Merchant Center account. So this is all about in the setup option. The next here, billing. So you can give the billing, like, enter the payment options and all. Okay, so you can make a payment here. So as of now, the available balance is 787. You can make a payment, and here you can see the documents of your payments. Like, you can download the invoice. So let's say if your client was asking you how much money was, transacted, on how much money has remained, you can just download this invoice and you can show it to him. Okay, and then transactions, how many transactions have been happened, and payment method. That means you can choose credit card, debit card, and Google Pay, Phone Pay. So what is your payment method? So you can just add a payment method and all. So settings means just giving your name, address, payment account and all. That is what. So how you pay, it's automatic payments or no manual payments, you are just going to decide it here. And then billing transfers, so no, it is all automatic, like the invoice, you just save it here. And promotions, if you have any Google Ads promotional code, you can just add it here. Okay, right. So this is what happens with this option, billing. And then measurements, we already know the measurements we had already done with the conversion is the main measurement we can do. So what is the conversion? Tell me. Conversion. So what we have done with this measurement option?
Yeah,
Yes,
tracking,
please.
conversion tracking.
Conversion tracking, right? So what is this conversion tracking? Am I measuring the things or not?
Yeah,
Yes or no?
Chitra.
So that is why the conversion is under measurement. So we have already seen how to create a conversion tracking and how we can apply each and every conversion tracking for a campaigns, and what are the different kinds of conversions we can do. So how many conversions we can do? Like, how many types of conversions we can have. So website conversion, app conversion, and YouTube conversions we will be having, right? So you can just create a conversion. Okay, and you can measure the things with the Google Analytics also. So you can connect your Google Analytics account to the Google Ads. So how to connect a Google Analytics account to the Google Ads, we're gonna see in a Google Analytics section. Now also, if you just click here, you will be redirected to the Google Analytics, and getting into the admin panel, you can just give a customer ID of this Google Ads. It is very easy. I'll show you when the Google Analytics section comes. Then attribution. So attribution is nothing but it's not attribution model again. Okay, so it is just an attribution. So we have this option to measure, so how many interactions happened. It just gives you an overview. Okay, So how many interactions I have happened? So 0% of your conversion journey had at least 2 ad interaction before conversion. So now I had a 2 ad interaction before having a conversion. So from which devices, if you had any conversion, it just show you the from which device you had a conversion. This is a cross device again, and then it gives you the comparison also. So between mobile phones, tablets, and computers. So as of now, there is no interactions here. So there is no conversions here. That is the reason it's showing you that. The next thing is all bulk actions. Okay. So now here you have options like the rules. Okay. What is this rule means? Now let's say I am going to put some rules that yes, so if this happens, this has to be done. If this happens, this has to be done by a Google. So now I'm just giving us some rules to Google that hey, if this happens, you should not do this. Hey, if this happens, you should do this. So I'm just providing a rules for a Google. So now let me see how we can add some rules. This is what like a bulk actions. So what I will do now, let's say I will be checking this campaign rules. So I am giving the rules for a campaign. So name your campaign like I'll be just having it like a campaign rule. Okay. So then owner, obviously it is the ID. This is the one, and select action. So what it has to be done. So Google has to enable a campaign, Google has to pause the campaign, Google has to change the budget, or else Google has to send us email. So what you want to do when someone, when you crossed this rule, so when Google has reached this rule, so what I would like to do is pass campaigns. Okay, so select the campaign. If you want, you can just select the campaign. That means for which campaign you want to apply this rule simply. So let me see this option later. So now it's time to give a condition. So what is your condition? Let's say that my condition is, okay, I'll go with average CPC. That means, so when my average CPC of a particular campaign reaches greater than 70. Okay, that means what happens here? When my campaign average CPC was more than 70, you should pass my campaigns. That is what my rule is. So in such a way, you can just add a rule. So it can be less than or greater than or equals to, you can just add. So I'm going to add a greater than, then simply apply. So when you want to apply this rule, so daily at 8 p.m., you can just use the daily or once, weekly, monthly, you can just choose, and timings also. When exactly? So now let's say, okay, then 7 p.m. So daily at 7 p.m. So if my campaign crosses more than 70 average CPC, so hey Google, you need to pass my campaigns. Okay, so then you can just save this rule. That's it. Yeah. Okay, so here you just need to select the campaigns, select the campaigns for which campaign you just need to use. So as of now, the campaigns got passed, no issue. Right, and then save the campaign. So it is all about now. This option I cannot do with the help of campaigns. That's the reason it is showing us to upload in a bulk manner. So not only one campaign here, you can select what all the campaigns you have. You can select 100 campaigns, you can select 200 campaigns. So whatever the for whatever the campaign you want to have this rule, you can just connect that campaign, right? So here one more thing like a script. If you want to use this script, you should have a knowledge on. You should be familiar with the JavaScript code. So here we will be using this Pro script with the JavaScript. You know, you should be knowing like coding and all. So it is useful for automation of your ads within your ads account. So it is also kind of bulk actions only. So not required for us. So as it consists of some JavaScript code, right? Let me leave that. The next, placement exclusion list. So what is mean by placement? Placement. Yes. Yeah. So placement means actually where exactly you want to show your ad, right? So now whereas while running a campaign, you can just choose where exactly you want to show the ad. But here in the placement exclusion list, I can decide where exactly I don't want to show the ad. Okay, why? Because it is very useful now, let's say you are running ad, especially this placement exclusion will be works best for YouTube videos. Now you're creating an ad and you have selected few placements, blah blah blah, and you have targeted few things. But what happens? So your video or else your video ad will appears in some kinds of gaming videos. So mostly the gaming videos will be watched by kids. So will kids care your ad? Will they care about your ad? No. So they simply skip. So why? Because parents usually hand over their mobile phones to the kids, right? So almost if you show the ad to that in that gaming videos, it's completely waste. So at the time, it helps you to exclude some placements where you don't want to show exactly. So click this new list. Okay. So search for anything like search like a gaming. So when I searched for a gaming keyword, it was showing me like there are 1,000 plus YouTube channel consisting of gaming and 1,000 plus videos in a YouTube consisting of gaming content. So if you want, you can just select it. Okay, so select, 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 select. Now everything will be added here. So now again here you can select videos which consist of gaming or search for toys, search for kids videos in such a way you can just remove. Then websites which consist of gaming content, choose, right? So in such a way you can just choose apps also, you can just delete. I mean delete in the sense you can't delete, you can just avoid showing your ad in these gaming ads, gaming videos or YouTube channels simply, right? And name this placement exclusion. Okay, so it can be like gaming placement exclusion, right? And finally save. Okay, this is how you just need to save. Whenever you want, you can just uh, edit. Okay, right. So it is just used for adding a. Now what happens? You created the placement exclusion, but for which campaign it will be applicable? So again, you need to apply, right? So again, it won't be once you're done with the placement exclusion, it won't directly add to the campaigns. You just need to define for which campaign you want to apply this rule or else apply this list. So let me just choose this apply to campaign. So if you click this, what all the campaigns present in your account, it just shows you, and you just need to choose for which campaign you don't want to. So I don't want to show up the ad. So video. Okay, this helps me apply. Okay, that's it. That's simple it is. So this is how you can exclude a few placements. The next here location groups is there. So location groups, you no need to use it here directly. You can choose a multiple locations while creating a campaigns. It's not an issue. Then shared budgets. Okay. Now let's say Manasa is there. Okay, let me take another example. I have three campaigns. And what happens, I will be having some budget in my account. Let's say it's a 2,000. Okay. So 2,000 is there. Now what I can tell to Google is hey, I will be giving some budget for you as a daily budget. So please share that daily budget between two campaigns. Now, let's say I have a two campaigns and I am trying to share the budget. Normally, this option won't be available. Why? Because whatever the daily budget you get, it will take and remaining amount. So according to that, if it can take more than it can take, if it take less than it will take. So lower the bid and higher the bid. So according to that, if you get a more interactions on that particular day, it will take more or else it will take less. So if it takes less, so where is the remaining amount? That will be staying under that campaign only. There is no any distribution. So now what happens with this shared budget means I am trying to share my budget between the campaign. So that now let's say one campaign is there. One campaign was set up to run with a daily budget like 1,000 rupees. Assume that. So 1,000 rupees per day. It can split this 1,000 rupees extremely between two campaigns. Okay. So let us say on a given day, one campaign could get fewer clicks or impressions than usual. Okay, it results in almost like 400 rupees. Assume that. Okay, so now what happens? Remaining 100 rupee, it will carry forward and it will share that 100 to the other campaign. So now 100 plus, where is plus, and 500. This budget will be used for other campaign which is having more interactions. This is what like a sharing. So I am going to share the budget between two campaigns. So this is also one way where you can save your money. Okay. So how to do that? Click on shared, new shared budget, enter the budget name, first sharing. So enter the average you want to spend, daily budget. It's like 1,000 rupees. So, and add it to a campaign. So you just need to define in between which campaigns I have to share this budget. Yeah. See. Done. So this is what simple shared budget. You can just share the bidding or else you can share the budget in between two campaigns. Got it? Yes. And then negative keyword list, as you already know, we can add a negative keywords. Okay, so for which you don't want to show up the ad, for which keyword you don't want to show up that. Let's say negative. So enter it here. So for this keyword, I don't want to show my ad. So in such a way, you can just select. Okay. And you can apply this keyword list to the particular campaigns. Okay. So I don't want to show my ad to the particular keywords for this campaign. So you can apply to the campaign. Right. Applied. That's simple it is. The next. So bid strategies, we already know, we have already discussed about bidding strategies. So that is what here bidding strategies, it just shows you the target CPA and what you want to apply, target CPA or manual bidding, maximum bidding, ROAS, maximize clicks, maximize conversions, maximize conversion value and target impression share. So we have already discussed all these things in our previous classes. And then finally, audience manager. Tell me, what is this audience manager? Have we discussed about this audience manager?
Yeah, for remarketing.
Yes, very good. So for remarketing, we use this option. So we have already discussed about this option. So we can create audience. Okay, so for remarketing, it will be helpful. The next comes your add the preview and diagnosis. Okay, tell me guys, what is CTR? What is CTR?
Yeah, it is through rate.
Click-through rate. The
Yeah,
formula?
clicks by impressions into 100.
Number of clicks by
Number
number
of
of impressions into 100.
100.
Okay. So now what happens here? let's say you are trying to see your ad. Let's say you are the owner of creation of this ad and you want to see where your ad appears. Every time you are trying to see the ad in Google, okay, what happens every time whenever you see the ad, your impressions are increasing, yes or no? Let's say you are the one who sees your ad for 100 times. That means 100 times you have seen your ad, 100 times your ad got appear. Will you click on your ad? Will you click on your own ad? Tell me.
No, Chitra.
No, right?
No.
Definitely there will be like a less keywords. Now, sorry, less clicks. That means, so let's say that it's a 5 clicks. Now what happened? So is your click-through rate high or low now? Tell me, high or low? Will your click-through rate will be high or low?
No, Chitra.
So I had a, so that means, is that good? If your CTR is low, your quality score becomes very low. If your quality score becomes very low, you gonna charge high. Got it? Now, who is the loser here? You are the only one who is trying to check your positions and you are only losing and you are paying a highest bidding to the Google. So now what happens? We can't sit idle without checking our positions, right? Definitely we have to check. So why? Because we will be having that curiosity. So I just want to see where my ad appears. At the time, this ad preview and diagnosis will help you. Okay. So ad preview and diagnosis tool means it is just like a search engine. So here, if you just search for your term, it will show you where your ad appears and when your ad appears. Again, this option will be applicable when your ads were running only and when you have a budget only. Got it? So you no need to get into the SCRP like in getting into the Google and see. So here, if you search for 1 lakh times also, it won't be considered as a impressions. Here, if you search and see your website position or ad position. Got it? Clear?
Yeah, Chitra.
Yes. So now the next option is the keyword planner we have seen. So let me just show you this performance planner and reach planner. So normally we already know the keyword planner. So what is the importance of using this keyword planner? So with this keyword planner, I will try to find out the best keyword that works best for my ad. So whereas performance planner will tell you, so how will be my campaign runs if I go with this budget for the next month? So for next 2 months, for next 1 year. So how am I going to serve in Google? So how exactly it is going to charge for my ad if I go with a max CPC like a 30 rupees. If I go with a max CPC like a 40 rupees. So how much am I going to charge for next one? It is just give you the performance, okay? So I will just show you. So it gives you the how your campaign performs and how it gonna spend for next quarter and what are the advantage. It just show you the graphs also. So what are the advantage you gonna get for next 1 month and it will compare the things. So how can I maximize conversion? So here it shows you the how you can have a more conversions by this plan also. It just give you the plan for next upcoming ads. Okay. The next, how do you use performance planner? Not everyone can use this performance planner. So the person who was running the ads for at least 72 hours. So when you want to use this performance planner, make sure that you are running ads for at least 72 hours. And then you should get at least 3 clicks from last 3 days. That means it has to be like a recent ad. So from last 3 days, if you can have at least 3 days, 3 clicks, then Google will be understanding. Google can estimate what would be your next campaign will work for next 1 month. Okay. So then have received at least one conversion in the last 7 days. In the last 7 days, you should have at least one conversion. Okay. So you should be search ads that use manual CPC, enhanced CPC, and cost per action or maximus conversion bidding strategies. So you can use this performance planner when your campaign was using these bidding strategies. Okay. So not eligible, have been deleted. No, if your campaigns got deleted, you won't be able to use this performance planner. So if you are using some shared budgets, you won't be able to use this performance planner. So if you're not using, manual CPC, enhanced CPC, you won't be able to use this performance planner. These are the eligible criteria and these are the ineligible criteria. Okay, so this is how it shows you the graph. If I scroll down, so click on that create a plan, and here you can search for a campaign. What are the existing campaigns you have till now? So based on that, it will show you and give your date. Okay, so forecast period from where to where you are just trying to find out the campaigns budget and all. Then select a metric. So what you want to find out, conversion or conversion value, CPC, what you want to. Then choose target. So I just want to choose the spend, how much I want to spend. So here it shows you the benefits. So how much you will be spending and what would be your conversion value and what would be your spend divided by your conversion value. It just shows you. So how will be the graph. So based on that, you will be getting an estimation. Okay, yeah, this is what I can go with the next month budget. So that is what simple with the performance plan. The next, reach planner. Yeah. So reach planner. So now reach planner won't be everyone cannot use this reach planner again. So in order to use this reach planner, we have to request to Google. Okay. So we have to request to Google that, hey, please give me access for a reach planner. So Google will ask you your customer ID. So Google will ask your email address. So then finally Google will review if your ad account is eligible. So it will send you the notification and it will enable the option. So now it got disabled reach planner. So what exactly the reach planner is? Reach planner is all about reaching the ad in a YouTube. It is mostly used for YouTube. Okay, so how will be the reach in a YouTube videos? That means it is applicable for YouTube ads. So how my campaign works for the next 1 month if I use this video and how will be my conversions. So everything you can see with this reach planner. Okay, yeah. So then finally I'm going to show you how to generate a reports. Now let's say I want to send the details of a complete campaign. So I want make my client to see what exactly happened with my campaign and all. So here comes, I'll be just choosing this campaign. Okay, so this campaign. Here you can see download. Okay, if you can download, this form will be shown in a form of Excel sheet. You no need to write everything and all. So if you can just download that also, you can just so Excel sheet. So preparing the report. Okay, so can you see now? It is still, now it is a ad group report. So how many clicks got and how many impressions and what is the amount you have spent, what is the conversion rate, conversions and average CPC. So everything the client can able to see it here. Open. Right. Can you see? Ad group. Ad group name, ad group passed or then enabled. So status, campaign, ad group standard, impressions, click-through rate, and currency, cost, clicks, conversion rate, how many conversions happened, and what is the average CPC. So this you can save it and you can send it to your client. This is one way you can do. And one more thing is that you can generate a reports directly here. Okay, so now let's say according to the campaign wise, I want to generate a reports, let's say. Okay, so if you can see now, Vimlovada, it is a campaign. So campaign, how many clicks you got and how many impressions, CTR, cost, conversion. This is, you are generating a report for only campaign. So only one campaign. So if you want, you can just save or else you can download it. Okay. So click on this download and it will be downloaded. So give a name. So you can just name it and save it, download it and send it to your client. Let's say now campaign one applied. According to the date wise also you can do a report and send it. So see now, let's say this is the campaign, right? So I'll just choose this. Time, day, day wise, week wise, day of week, you can just choose. So day. So can you see date wise? So on which date, how many clicks and how many impressions? What is the CTR, average CPC, and what is the cost he has spent and how many impressions? What is the top page and low page, weight conversions, view through conversions also it shows. So now what you will do, you can just save and then download this. So it's get downloaded. That simple it is. So you can extract according to the date wise, you can extract according to the campaign wise, ad group wise, everything. So you can do a custom also. So like on your own, you can show up what exactly you want. See now, I want to show the campaigns. Okay, drag. So can you see campaigns got displaying here? I want to show the campaign details and then I want to show the ad group details. Yeah, so ad groups. Then I want to show for which keyword what appears. So I'll be adding. Yeah, so can you see the keyword also it is just mentioning. And I want to see what is the average CPC as well. Average CPC and what is how many clicks and how many impressions I got. So I can just target everything from which device I can see device. Okay, it is showing you the device. Search term also you can see. Budget, starting dates and end dates. So you can manually choose. This is what custom, same like a customizing the data. So what you have to do now, just download this data and show it to your client. That's it. Download it. Right. Okay, so finally, this is how we can use each and every option present over in a tools and settings of Google Ads. So finally, hope you like this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.